Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off from Tampa. Tucker now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They are brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First down, here's Baker. Complete to his man, Sterling Shepard. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Mayfield completes this one to Otten. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Irving here from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's been in the NFL with multiple organizations is that same spark plug that just makes something happen.
Up the middle they go with Madison. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That stop made by K.J. Britt. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Minshew working from the gun. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Running for the marker on second. And they bring him down around the 34. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Enough goes to Madison, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Minshew. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Godwin, the man in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mayfield now from the gun. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Third and just 2 to go.
You can score on these guys.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Minshew. Dump off caught by his back. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Minshew. He'll get this to Tucker. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10. This might be a free play for him. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down, but we got a flag on this play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Bucky Irving now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. And it's the Buccaneers looking at 2nd and 1. Here's Baker to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Mayfield on 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
That's going to be caught by Evans. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Here's Baker. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel, and his guys on the field made the right play.
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first is Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he gets him around 6 there. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. The 6-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 11. So at halftime, the Raiders fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. That's taken in by Tucker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Minshew setting up to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Minshew looking to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right back to Irving now. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, Mayfield. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Here's the give to Irving. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Once again, Irving. Across the 45 and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belt. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Baker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Hauled in left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Abdullah now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They give it to Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Madison again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Minshew dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. One of the tight ends motioning right. From the 30 on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They bring a tight end in motion right. This finds Evans, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Mayfield now from the gun. Got his target, it's Otten. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Shut him on this side, boys!
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after him.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Shut him on this drive, boys! Come on!
Throwing from the gun. This one's taken in by Otten. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, set now, first and 10.
We got that cheat code, offense!
On target to Godwin. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
So now, after the penalty, it's first and 15. Sending a tight end in motion left. Throwing, Baker. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers losing by 4. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. A tight end in motion now. Mayfield to throw again. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers have taken the lead late. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Setting up to pass. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
He'll look to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. He's on the move. He's calling his own number again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes again. And he's tackled for a short gain. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Here he is to throw. He gets this to Michael Mayer. Oh, he lost the football. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, things go a specific way in OT. The next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. Return's looking good so far. And that return comes to a close, which means buckle up, everybody. We've got some extra football on the way. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Tucker now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Down the sideline to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it, and they just showed up on that run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range, a small gain to the 38. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 38. Finds a seam down the middle. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers go up by 6. Mike Evans with the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Abdullah now to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Minshew working from the gun. Got a man, Bowers has it. And this one does not go far.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
From the 36. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Minshew. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Takes the handoff. Now Minshew. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get it down to a single point. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders bring it back to even. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here's Irving. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Irving here from the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves him with 3rd and 10. Now to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Raider football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Complete here to Bowers. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts, as they'll have none remaining in OT. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he moves the chains, but time of the essence, just 16 seconds to work with. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Chased out to his right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Well, this is just the game that never ends, it seems. That overtime is in the books. It is time to flip the field and start another one as we wait for a winner. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's a Vegas first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play action, it's Minshew. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Running right, it's Madison. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll go right back to Madison. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Up the middle they go with Madison. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.